Have you ever wondered why so many children ended up growing disliking school, reading, or even learning itself? The truth is, the way we introduce literacy to children, especially in the early years, can either nourish a love for learning or extinguish it before it even begins. Good day, everyone. I'm Putu Billy Widiantara as the selected Mahasiswa Berprestasi student from Bali Design and Business Institute, proudly delivering an informative speech addressing Sustainable Development Goals number 4, quality education, by emphasizing the power of early childhood literacy. According to UNESCO's data, the percentage of literacy interest rate in Indonesia is only 0.01%, which means that only 1 in 1,000 Indonesian is an avid reader. One of the major factors causing this is the misconception we hold as educators, caretakers, and even society that literacy begins and ends with reading and writing. But literacy is so much more than decoding symbols on a page. It is the ability to understand, process, evaluate, and use information, which is a foundation life skill that drives problem solving, communication, and social participation. Unfortunately, many students develop a negative association with learning because they are forced into a formal instructions too early, such as memorizing letters, copying words from textbooks, and sometimes the lack of practical based learning. This approach, while well-intentioned, ignores the cognitive development stages of early childhood and often leads to frustration, anxiety, and disengagement from the process of learning itself. So, what should we do instead? We must reframe literacy not only as an academic act, but as a social, emotional, and cognitive journey. Between the ages of 0 and 8, often called the golden age of brain development, children's minds are incredibly receptive to learning through interactions, play, and observation. Rather than drilling flashcards or forcing early reading, we should be focusing on first, meaningful conversation, which is asking questions, listening carefully, and exploring ideas together. The second is storytelling, which is by sharing real or fictional stories that build vocabulary, empathy, and imaginations. Number three is play based learning, which is where children learn languages, values, and problem solving through peer interactions and guided discoveries. Crucially, literacy development must also be integrated with emotional, moral, and motor skill development. Education is not only about IQ, it is about EQ, the emotional intelligence that underlines resilience, empathy, and lifelong learning. As a society, we must shift our mindset. Children mirror what they see. If they grow up in homes filled with conversation, curiosity, and even books, they will naturally develop the literacy skills they need to thrive as thoughtful and capable individuals. The future of Indonesia rests not just smarter children, but in kinder, wiser, and more emotionally attached learners. Let us move away from coercion and towards connection, because when learning is joyful, literacy becomes lifelong. Thank you for listening and see you next time.